Hello friends, welcome back to another episode. Today in retirement planning, one of the biggest confusion is where should I put my money? This is the biggest question, right? Should I go for bonds that give me a steady fixed income, or should I choose a mutual fund with IDCW option that gives monthly payouts, or SWP, right? So basically bond or mutual fund. At first glance, bonds look safe and IDCW looks a bit of risky. But when you dig deeper, you will see the story is much more interesting and important for your future. So today, let's decode the puzzle step by step. We'll see what bonds really are, why some bonds pay higher returns, and what IDCW and SWP means in mutual fund, and finally, which is better for your retirement. So let's dive deeper into that. This is Sundar and you are watching Mindful Finance. So today let's decode the puzzle. Okay, what are bonds? Think of bond as you becoming the banker and you lend money to a company or a government. And in the return, they promise to pay you a fixed interest. If you, for example, if you buy an 8% bond every year, you will get 8% of your money as an interest. If you buy a 9% bond, you will get 9%. Some bonds even pay 11%. Sounds amazing, right? So, but here is the catch. Why is someone paying you 11% when others are paying 8%? It's because the risk is higher. If a company is forced to pay 11%, it means they themselves need to earn 20% or more from their business just to survive. Now ask yourself, how realistic is this in today's economy? The company fails, your money is gone. That's why bond comes with ratings. AAA means safest. Lower ratings like BB or CC means it's a riskier. The higher the risk, the higher the interest, but the higher the chance of you may never get your money back. So with bonds, you are not just choosing interest rate, you are also betting on the borrower's honesty and financial health. Now let's come to mutual funds with IDCW options. IDCW stands for Income Distribution Cum Capital Withdrawal. And here's how it works. You invest rupees 50 lakh in a fund. Okay. So that means if you had 2 lakhs units, so that might be like, for example, this is the fund and this is HDFC's, you see, okay, this is the axis. So this is HDFC Balanced Advantage IDCW fund. And if you had 50 lakhs rupee and you might be having 1 lakh 35 units. Okay. So with this, you might be getting every month, say, 33,774 rupees. As they're committed, they're saying they're committed to pay 0.25. So this is the NAV value. This column is NAV value. And this is the dividend yield. Okay. And number of units. So I have made in such a way that this is 50 lakhs is your invested amount. For that you bought this many quantity. So in that case, this quantity into, if I multiply with dividend amount, you will be getting 33,774 rupees, right? So psychologically what will happen is your unit, number of unit remains same. The NAV might change, it goes up and down. NAV may go up and down, okay? And this IDCW, how it works is, they pay out this interest to you monthly, and this interest rate is, or this dividend amount is set by the fund house. Okay, so sometimes it may go up, sometimes it may go less. So that is the crux of this one. Basically, IDCW is like a salary from your investment, but unlike bonds, it's not fixed. It depends on market performance and fund policy. So this calculation clearly shows that for the 50 lakh of investment, if I use bond for 8% return, so I would be getting monthly 33,333, and IDCW also giving me 33,774. In case if I go with 9% bond, which may give me 37,500, 11% bond will may give 45,833. Okay, this is a rough estimate over here. So as I mentioned, so this is the difference between IDCW and your bonds. Bonds may be a fixed income you might be getting based on which type of bond you have selected. If you have selected a risky fund, that may be giving 11% return, so that may be giving monthly a good return for you. But IDCW, sometimes you may get, sometimes you may not get. So that's the catch. So another way of how people monthly create their income is through SWP. SWP is similar to your IDCW. It's a mutual fund end of the day. But point here is there you invest in a growth mutual fund, okay, and set up a rule. For example, you withdraw every month 40,000. Okay, in that case, the fund they will do is they will sell the quantity what you have, and that for 40,000 worth of quantity they will be selling, and that amount will be given to you. And the advantage here is you control how much you want every month and not the fund house. And the disadvantage, your units slowly reduce. So psychologically, many retirees feel bad that my quantity is going down. One day it may go to zero. That is how people think. But in IDCW, right? In the reality, IDCW and SWP are not actually very different. They are same. But in IDCW, the fund decides the payout. In SWP, you are deciding the payout. That is the difference. Both depend on fund performance. If NAV falls for a long period, payout may not be sustainable. There are times that the fund house may stop paying you the dividend. So that is the thing. But the difference is only the perception. The NAV may go down. So based on that, because of the NAV goes down, your dividend yield may go down. So the payout might be lesser than the expected one. But as per the current scenario, what I saw in a couple of mutual funds, the returns they provided are consistent. That's what I seen. So selecting the mutual fund house also is very, very important. Just to give an idea overall, I'll just show you the comparison here. If you would have invested in 8% bond, the dividend, the return you got plus the amount you invested. So amount you invested is 50 lakhs. So that is not going to change. That is going to be always there. Until I have calculated from the Jan 2024 till now, if you see the amount it paid plus the investment is coming around 70 lakh. Similarly, if you have paid 9% bond, so the total amount it looks like 72.5 lakh and 11% is 77.5 lakh. Right? It looks very cool. Right? Now, if you see the HDFC balanced advantage fund, let's see that. What is there in HDFC in the last 5 years? If you see the return it has given, right, including the amount paid out, it has given a 23% annualized return also. Your 50 lakh could have become 1.2 crore, which is I'm saying capital growth plus the dividend amount. If we calculate, this is the thing. That's almost double compared to the bonds. But remember, this ride was not so easy. In 2020, during COVID, the NAV dropped sharply. If you have panicked and withdrew, you lost opportunity. So the price of higher returns is higher volatility. So that's a challenge here. I'll just show the data for the past two years. If you see here in this one, right, bond at 8% till now from Jan 2024, they would have paid you out 6,33,000. Here IDCW would have paid you 6,41,000. And similarly, if you have chosen 9% bond, 7,12,000 and 11% is 8,70,000. But if you see the present value, okay, present value is this one. Number of current based on the NAV, your quantity multiplied by the NAV, you get 52,74,000. So your 50 lakh become 52,74,000. So it is not like bond that the invested amount 50 lakh is staying as it is. You have got gained of 2,74,000. So in the total, if you see the present value is including the dividends paid out, it is 52,74,000. But in all other scenarios, you see 50 lakh your invested amount, right? So in that case, 50 lakh plus if you add the amount which they paid, so 8% would have given you 56 lakh and 9% is 57 lakh and the 11% is 58 lakh 70,000. Similarly, IDCW would have given you 59 lakh 15,000. So which one is given more? IDCW is given more return for you. Got the idea? So you might feel that it is fixed return you are getting, all those things, but this is the growth. The NAV grows. When NAV grows, your 50 lakh will also be growing. That's the power of thing. If you see with the, for example, So this is the HDFC fund, right? Similarly, I calculated for another one more fund, which is Access Multi-Asset Fund. Here also, if you see, if I would have invested 50 lakh, okay, monthly IDCW payment, and this is 8%. So this is 11. I have taken highest side, so 11% payout. In that case, if you see 53 lakh 50,000 and bond stays 50 lakh, but if I add the amount which was paid out, so which is this is 61 lakh, but bond is 57 lakh, and end of the year you feel that your 50 lakhs is given you worth of 1 crore 03. Sorry, that's a different thing. So your 50 lakh becomes 61 lakh and 57 lakh. Okay, so that's the power of IDCW. So here comes the challenge now, right? So what is the better for investment? The answer depends on your personality and needs. If you want a steady fixed income, bonds are like a pension. So they give peace of mind. If you want long-term growth and can handle ups and downs, IDCW or SWP mutual funds can beat inflation and build wealth also. But the smart strategy, what I would recommend is don't choose one. You have to choose both. So keep, for example, 5 to 10 years of living expenses in bonds for safety and put the rest in IDCW, which is going to be for long-term returns. And the balance gives you stability plus growth. I'll show the sample calculation also for you on that one. If you look at that, what I have assumed here is, for example, if I have 1 crore, what I am planning to do is 50 lakh I'm going to put IDCW and 50 lakh for bond investment. Okay, in that case, if I see IDCW give me a return and bond also gives me a return. So every month, for example, if I go with the 8% bond, monthly I would be getting 70,000 rupees. With 1 crore, I would be getting 70,000 rupees, 70,833 rupees, right? And end of the investment cycle, and I would be having in my hand, okay, in my hand, I would be having 1 crore 2,74,000, right? 2 lakh. This calculation is for only for 2 years, right? Not even full Jan 2024 to till now. So I'll be having 2,74,000 also grown with my investment. It is if I have chosen 1 crore everything as a bond, I would be getting this amount 70,833 or something, but my original value stays as it is as a 1 crore. That will not have a growth. So in the long term, you have to split your investments 50-50 like this, so that you might be getting a good return as well. The point here is the important point I would recommend you is retirement is not just about numbers, right? It's about peace of mind. Bonds protect your present, mutual fund protect your future. So mix both wisely, and you will have a retirement that is not only financially secure but also stress free. So if this video helped you, share it with your friends and family, and if you are not subscribed, do subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to give a thumbs up, and please share a thank you note if you like this video. Thank you.